Hello, teacher friends. Welcome to my channel, I Teach Teachers. And if you haven't been here before, my name is Carrie, and I teach teachers at Utah Valley University. And it is very exciting to watch these new little teachers go out and do such a great job. I will be starting my 24th year of teaching this year in August of 2019, and I can't believe I've been doing it for that long. But I am very glad you're here. Today, if you want to learn more about procedures, I'm going to go into some specifics for things like kids getting sick and throwing up, as well as greetings at the door. So if those are things you're interested in, stay tuned. Don't forget to click subscribe and give me a like, and that would be great. I'm also looking for questions so that I can do a Q&A within the next week. So if you have any specific questions that you'd like me to address, please go ahead and ask them down below. Thank you to Alex, who's already asked a question, and Krista, thank you for your question. I will make sure I answer those in our Q&A. Oh, and McKenna, you asked a question, so I'll answer that as well. Today, you already know that you're a fantastic teacher because, number one, you're here. You're searching, you're looking for new things and new opportunities, new information. So way to go. Like I said, today we're going to talk specifically about some more procedures. Procedures are so important to teach at the beginning of the year. Before I get there though, I went to my local thrift store, which in Utah, we have a thrift store called Deseret Industries. And I went there and I had so much luck with some children's book. So I was very excited about that. First of all, this one, Math Pieces hardback by Greg Tang. Wonderful math book, 75 cents. That was kind of fun and exciting. I also picked up an oldie but a goodie, The Power of Dreaming. I remember my best friend Holly growing up. They had this whole set of books and I thought they were so great. So that's another one I found for, I think this one was $1. This is a Mark Teague book, and it is called, what is it called? Dear Mrs. LaRue. Great for teaching rules. And this one was also $1. So always look at those thrift stores. I also found Where the Red Fern Grows. Oh, one of my favorites for 75 cents. The Foot Book for 75 cents. So thrift stores and yard sales are a great place to get books. All right, let's get into the procedures that I talked about at the beginning of the video. First of all, if a kid says they're sick, hand them the garbage can and let them hold the garbage can. Now, our initial instinct is to say, run to the bathroom. But if they go running to the bathroom and start throwing up, what is going to happen? Blech, 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 blech. They puke all along the way. So there's a mess from your classroom to the bathroom. If you just hand them a garbage can and say, go ahead and walk to the bathroom with the garbage can, then they puke in the garbage can and your custodian is going to love you a lot more. So kids that are sick, hand them the garbage can. What does it look like when I'm sick? Oh, it looks like I get the garbage can and hold it as I walk to the bathroom. What does it sound like when I'm sick? Might sound like throwing up. And what does it feel like when I'm sick? It feels terrible. But if I have that procedure in place, then I don't have to stop class. I don't have to, have someone be humiliated by throwing up in the classroom, and it's not such a big mess. My daughter, when she was in the first grade, unfortunately, she gets migraine headaches, and she told her teacher, I'm sick, I'm going to throw up, and her teacher would not let her leave the classroom. So she ended up throwing up all over her desk, being totally humiliated, and it was a mess, and they had to have the kids leave the classroom while it got cleaned up, and that is never fun. So for throw up, hold the garbage can. The minute the kid says they're sick, give them the garbage can, tell them to head to the restroom. That is my awesome throw up procedure or sick procedure. Another procedure I wanted to talk about, I really learned from this book, The First Days of School by Harry Wong and Rosemary Wong. This is one of my favorites. I was fortunate enough to buy the first edition during my first year of teaching. And I also heard Harry Wong speak at our opening institute. I think that really put me on a good course. I knew Harry Wong. It's a book I read every summer. It's such a friendly read as well. If you're not familiar with Harry Wong, like, it reads really easy. It has pictures and different tables and graphs and whatnot. So this is a great book. And the tip I wanted to share from that book is to greet your students at the door every day. You're the first face they see as they come in. And if you welcome them, "Good morning, Tess. It's so great to have you in our class. Thank you for coming to school today," with a big smile, they're going to do a lot better and they're going to have a much better day. You never know what has happened at their house before they came to school. Maybe they had a great breakfast and a great loving family and a hug and a kiss goodbye, but maybe their mom yelled at them, or maybe their sister, wore their favorite shirt and so they were a little distraught. You just don't know what they're coming to school with. So make sure you greet them at the door. And the +1 for that is, once you have established class jobs, assign a student to greet with you. Again, I learned this from Rosemary Wong on a video that I will link. But have you stand at the door, "Welcome to school," and then your class captain or your class leader or some kind of class job. In my classroom, I called it the class captain. They would greet the students as well. It's amazing how much classroom community that builds by having not only me, the teacher, greet the students, but also having one of their classmates greet the students. I was always quite amazed that kids didn't know each other. Our schools got bigger and bigger and bigger, and they hadn't been in the same class with the same kids every single year. Like when I was growing up, there were only maybe 2 classes per grade, so you pretty much knew all the kids. But now kids are in schools with 4 classes or 5 classes per grade, and they don't know the kids. So greeting those students every day and then having your class captain stand right by your side and greet those students as well. And that will just increase classroom community and be a very positive experience for those kids. Before I say goodbye, I wanted to share a book with you. This is called Giant Children by Brod Baggart, illustrated by Ted Arnold. Brod Baggart is one of my favorite children's poets. He's so fun. And this book is such a fun celebration of kids. The title poem is called Giant Children, and it is from the perspective of the hamster. The hamsters saying the poem. And I'll link a link to Brod Baggart actually reading this poem. But the one I love the most, I like to say to boys in my classroom, find the most disgusting poem you can in this book. Or I'll say to the girls, find a poem in here that would make your mom go, "Ah!" And there is a poem in here, and it's called Booger Love. Booger Love. And I'll link that as well, because when Brod Baggart reads this poem, it's amazing. Anyway, Giant Children, great book to have in your classroom for poetry. 2 more quick little things with procedures. The first one, as you're getting your classroom ready and it's so beautiful and so clean and you put your kids' name tags on their desks and they look amazing, and then 2 weeks into school, one of your kids is like jabbing a pencil into their name tag or scribbling on it or peeling the tape, that used to drive me crazy. So someone shared with me, have a name tag fairy, or you be the name tag fairy. Once a week, go around, put 1 M&M or 1 Skittle or 1 Smartie on the name tags that look nice. The name tags that haven't been destroyed, haven't been colored on, haven't been peeled. And then just do that once a week, and it was amazing. The kids didn't touch their name tags anymore. At the end of the year, if their name tag looked pretty good, just basic wear and tear, then I gave them like a regular size candy bar. You could give them any prize, but just having the Nametag Fairy, telling the kids about that on the first day of school, really solved a lot of the name tag mess craziness that it would make me feel. So good luck. I hope you're still enjoying summer. I have 2 weeks till I go back to the university, and I'm going to enjoy those 2 weeks with my kids and family and doing some school stuff too. So make it a great day. Go out there and change the world.